All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. That is to say, in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation. And that is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man, who, by the way, only came for the Israelites, all right? Now, we told you, we warned you that these protests had ulterior motives, okay? And what we're finna witness here is one of the ulterior motives that they were looking for. Someone allegedly was unalive in one of these no king protests, which is going to allow the stage to be set for more harsh and stricter gatherings, which we know they're going to eventually use these laws with these pretense to come against the truth, okay? Where we won't be out on the streets preaching because of what? We can be perceived as a threat, or gatherers can perceive as a threat, especially in front of federal buildings, because this is where they're saying this one is taking place at, in front of a federal building, in one of these no king protests, which is all going according to these elites' plans, okay? They got the response that they was looking for. Some simple ass person went down there and took the bait and bit and got unalive. Now, towards the end, they said it could have been a homeless man. One man said it was a protester. But nevertheless, we told you, man, all right, these protests, they're set up for a specific reason, all right? So enough talking, we're going to let it play, and then we're going to get a few precepts, all right? So let's check this out, and let's see what they got to say. Here it is.
We just heard shots. Everyone's running. Shots or fireworks play. Someone's saying that this guy with a gun. Someone just got shot in Salt Lake City at the No Kings protest. Right there. Someone just got shot. What happened? You got shot in the head. Who? By who? I don't know. There's also a guy in a yellow vest with a gun pointing it. He shot and killed him. Someone just got shot in the head outside the federal building in Salt Lake City. Someone just got shot not even 100 feet away. Can you text me? Where's the guy down there? Right down there. Take find it, and then... Absolutely fascinating. Dude, they're on major damage control right now. Like 10 people saw a protest organizer in a yellow vest shoot someone, and the organizers are on damage control, running around saying that they're not affiliated with it.
We had some of our medics tend to him, and then 20 minutes later, he's dead in the road. Right.
Who was a homeless guy?
No, this is literally a homeless guy. That wasn't even one of ours.
Who was the shooter? Was it the homeless guy or the...
I don't know who the shooter was.
All right, so there you see, as you have it, there was unaliving. So we warned you, we told you that, don't go around these protests, turn riots, whether they say peaceful, because we know when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction coming. All right. So we're going to see how the unfolding of this incident takes place in the upcoming days. All right. We're going to see who was this person that was unalive. We're going to see who they say unalive, and we're going to see what type of measurements, if any restrictions or anything that now you have to follow by in these protests moving forward. And if not, you may get scooped up and thrown, into prison or somewhere. All right. But they're setting the pretense or the stage for civil unrest. Okay. So this is 2 Ezra 15 and 14. It reads, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." See? So we getting ready to feel it and see it, okay? Because these protests were nationwide, all right? This protest happened in the state of Utah, all right? But this No Kings protest was nationwide, all right? So this is the one casualty that out of 50 states, they were able to scrape together and get something on the books. So now we'll see whether or not this is substantial enough to move forward for their agenda, okay? Because they want to crash this system. They want to bring in the mark of the beast, and they want to get as many people chipped before their time run out. All right. But before then, they got to set the stage for what? Civil unrest, to have utter and total anarchy, chaos. All right. Where it's not safe to leave outside of your house. And even if you in your house, it may not be safe. All right. Especially if you're a woman. Okay. So now just think, man, these protests could be a new thing in the future. All right. Where more and more casualties are springing up by the minute. Because why? The people are are not at ease. Don't forget, these tariffs, they haven't left anything yet. These tariffs, they have not left. They've been on pause, but they haven't left. All right. They haven't come to an agreement whether or not America is going to lower their tariffs because China is going to build stuff here in America, or whether or not that trade war is going to continue to pick up after that 90-day pause, man. All right, so more riots can potentially ensue after that after that tariff pause is being lifted. All right, and we praying to the Most High that things just continually to spiral out of control, man. Okay. It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." Why? Because there's going to be martial law. There's going to be civil unrest. Certain cities may be in lockdown mode. Other cities may not have food enough to, accommodate anyone else. So it's going to be very stringent out here. Okay, very, matter of factly, all right? So if you don't have a clue on what's going on because you out here partying, having a good time, thinking that the world would never come to an end, that this man's kingdom is going to last forever, you're going to be sadly mistaken, man. When these protests or, in parentheses, these riots start to pick up on a greater regularity, all right? So it says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands." All right? We're talking about civil unrest, man. We talking about the people trying to take back what they believe the people trying to take back what they believe that is theirs. All right, their freedom. All right, but see, they gonna find out that it's way too late, man. The government has already put things into provisions that you ain't gonna get things back. All right, the President Trump, he enacted 700 Marines. That's unprecedented. Okay, Marines to deal with civilians. Now with that one act, he was justifiable by bringing 700 Marines because why? Somebody was unalive in Utah. And he's going to say if we would have had Marines out there, that person could have been prevented from being what? Unalive. All right? Because what you saw in Los Angeles is just a pretext for what's going to happen throughout the whole land. All right, here in America. Because America is Babylon the Great. All right? So it sets the precedent. Okay? That what? If America is falling, then the whole world know it's over. See, America is that beacon of light. And if they see America falling, they know the world is coming to an end, okay? Because for the longest, America has been that, you can go there, you can build, you can become somebody, but now we seeing the walls crumble from within inside, all right? And it's all with the pretense or pretext of having this quote-unquote President Trump in office, all right? Whether they're going to use him to bring it in or whether they're going to use another stage incident, it really doesn't matter, okay? We telling you to get ready, all right? We told you this. So it says, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men. See? These, I'm going to call them riots, man, because they giving you the name of protest, but they finna start turning up and they're going to be riots, man. You're going to see agitators out there stirring people up, more people getting popped, unalive, because they don't know that they being part of a program, being staged to get the response that they looking for. One person may not be good enough. They may need 100 people or 100,000 people, all right? You just got to pray and stay away from that and, that you won't be one of the casualties. So it says, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They should not regard their kings, no king protests, the government, the president, anyone in authority, nor princes. And the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. They're going to have the cities on lock. Martial law. You think they're going to just roll in the National Guard and these Marines and bring in UN troops and that's just going to be it? No, that's going to be the new norm. All right? Just like what happened in 2020 set the precedent for the new norm that we in now. Just like when 9/11 happened back in 2001, it set the precedent for what we in now. When you go to the airport, you got to go through strenuous screening. You used to be able to go to the airport and just get through there before 9/11. You used to be able to just to walk through the airport, get your luggage, get on a plane, and you wouldn't have to go through any of that screening. That strenuous screening. Take your shoes off. Take your belt off. Step through this detector. No, they use these incidents to bring forth their agenda, to push their agenda on the world, man. All right? And we know where they're going at with it. That's why we're telling you to get ready, man. Get yourselves prepared. All right? Something major is coming. All right? And if you're not ready, then that's you. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. See? Who knows what's going to happen now in Utah if they're going to start, disregarding the kings and princesses. All right? We got to see, man, who was the active quote-unquote shooter. All right? See, this truth is applying pressure on these elites to make a move, man. They no longer can sit back in the comfortness of their couch and not do anything. No, this truth is putting pressure on them to either make a move or continue to get exposed. So they said, "The hell with it, man. We got to make a move, man. Bust a move, like they say. 2030, that was good, but we might have to make a move 2025, 2026. It says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. We're talking about Jacob's trouble. We're on the precipice of Jacob's trouble, like in the height of it, where it ain't going to be safe to go out, all right? Where you're going to have to travel in packs, especially you women, and you're going to just get scooped up, man, all right? Because you're going to have lawless all throughout the land, okay? Your 911, your emergency system service ain't gonna help you because there ain't gonna be no one to call. You're gonna try to go to a sanctioned city where you can get some type of safety. Guess what? They're gonna turn you back. Sorry, ma'am. We can't allow you to come in here. We don't have any rooms. There's nowhere for you to stay. But I got children. I got an infant. And, well, we're sorry. You see? It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Guess what? Women too. Okay? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Just imagine when you left in a town, in a city that there's no laws. It's pretty much like the Wild Wild West. If you want it, you go take it. If you can't defend what you got, well, it ain't yours. Okay? It's theirs. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. The storehouses shall be empty. These tariffs aren't going anywhere. They're on a pause. The president paused the tariff trade war, whatever you want to call it. When he uplift that pause and you see the prices reflecting for them 90 days in the stores, you think these peaceful protesters was some? Wait till the next round of protests hit, man. Okay? Wait till the next round. If they was able to get one on just this alone, wait till when they really villainize Trump as the reason why the prices are so high. And he has to enact martial law. It's going to be wild out here, man. And y'all playing games, man. Y'all think everything is going to be fine and dandy. You think you just going to go back and everything going to be normal. Yeah, we're going to get everything back on track. Yeah, those terrorists are going to lift up. America is the best country on earth. Nobody wants to go at war with America. Well, little do you know, Israel is pulling America into the war by proxy. Because why? They're at large. They're at war with Iran, man. And the state of Israel don't have enough to go to war with Iran. Iran got some heavy backers, man. So guess what? Israel is going to have to use its its bodyguard America to come in and help fend it. All right. And guess what? Trump is gonna have to remove some of the Marines and take them over to Israel. And guess what? A lot of you YNs, you young ninjas, you're gonna get drafted into that war too, man. It says what? A virgin shall mourn, having no husband. A lot of you women out here, man, y'all gonna be defenseless. Cause why? Your quote unquote boyfriends or whoever you're seeing, your baby daddies, they gonna draft their ass back over there to fight in that war over there in Armageddon. And if they don't want to go, guess what? They gonna lock their ass up. And then who you gonna have to defend for you? No one. Okay? You ain't gonna have nobody. You gonna be a sitting target. Easy prey. So we talking about Jacob's trouble. It's right here. Things about to heat up. The Most High is about to turn Jacob's trouble up. It's simmering right now, but he's getting ready to put it on mid-high to potentially high. Abba Ratasa, Father will, soon, rather than later. But you want to continue to still play games, though. See? Jake want to still continue to play games, man, until the shit is at his door. See, it ain't enough to see what happened in Utah to think that it won't happen here. Oh, that was at Utah. That was somewhere in the Midwest. I'm out here on the West Coast. I'm down here in South. We don't play that. We don't play that shit down here. We don't play that over here. Man, are you serious? See, that's Jake's problem, man. Jake don't know that he got an enemy. All right? See, Jake want to save the so-called white man so bad. Little do you know, man, the so-called white man hates your guts, man. All right? And the Northern Kingdom is finding out about that firsthand, man. That's why they at large right now. You know, not knowing that this shit is all staged, man. Imagine once this big, beautiful bill kick in and Jake, your assistants, your government assistants get taken off. You damn black women are going to lose your mind, man. Y'all going to be the next round of fucking protesters out there protesting in front of federal buildings. Give me back my WIC, my SNAP. Give me back my Medicaid, my Medicare. You see? You don't think it's going to happen to you? You dumb if you don't. You dumb if you do, I meant to say. If you don't think it's going to happen to you, you just plain out dumb. You think this white man, this so-called white man care about you. You think this damn Edomite care about you. You got a rude awakening coming. It says, verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. Guess what? You ain't got no Medicaid. You ain't got no food stamps. You ain't got no care. How you gonna eat with prices so damn high? You gonna do whatever it takes. Lack of bread is gonna cause you to, do shit that you would never think about. Imagine if a man got to feed his family, but he ain't got a job. Just imagine the scenarios that's gonna happen when they make it hard for you to get the essentials. It's gonna be a lawless society, man. And a lot of you women gonna look for help. You're gonna try to find a way to get to these sanctioned cities. They're gonna turn y'all asses around, man. Nope, nobody's coming in. Sorry. They're gonna have National Guards at the highway exits, and coming into town. They're gonna, you got your digital ID? What do you think? What do you think the push for that digital ID was for? Setting the stage, setting the precedents. For what? Compliance. Okay? If you want to fly domestically, you got to have your real ID. They getting you what? Prep, familiarized with taking orders. or having your rights stripped from you. But see, you just think these protests, they were just one off, that it'll never happen again. We gonna see once these tariffs let up, man. Once he take that pause off the tariffs, we gonna see, man. See, by now you would have been feeling it right now, okay? But see, he put that 90-day pause on it. He put that 90-day pause on it, man. Once he take that pause off, y'all gonna really feel it, man. Y'all gonna really feel it. No Kings protest round 2, man. Shit's gonna be bananas out here. All right, but you've been warned, man. The servants, the prophets have told you. Get yourselves right. Seek Yahweh while he may be found. Repent while there's still time. But you said, nah, you wouldn't do it. Things are gonna go back to normal. It always does. See how we got back to normal after 2020? See? That's your mindset. That's why you ain't gonna make it, man. You ain't gonna make it. It says, behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, in Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. So the Most High is going to do all of this, man. He's going to get these kings in the valley of Yahweh-Shaphat for the Third World War. And that's going to be the end of it, man. But before then, the microchip has to be made mandatory. Before Babylon the Great, America can be destroyed, the microchip has to be made mandatory. It's already here, but it hasn't been made mandatory in the sense that you have to have it to buy and sell or to get whatever necessity you need, see? But in a world full of chaos and anarchy, the microchip is going to be like a heaven sent. It's going to seem to you to be a God sent device that if I take it, I can get some type of safety. I can get some type of food, bread. Because you got to remember, what did it say? A man shall what? Have no pity on his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. When you don't got no assistance from the government, you're gonna do some things you wouldn't necessarily do if you was in your right mind and you had everything. But see, because you don't, guess what? You're gonna act irrational, all right? And you're gonna think to yourself, there's no repercussions because there's no law. All right? It's just martial law, just to keep, those kings and prince, pretty much safe from the anarchy, from the quote unquote, the people, the Egyptians, from breaking in and tearing down a federal building or things of that magnitude. See, the Marines or the National Guards is going to be there to protect the elites, and not just the elites, but the kings and prince, the governors. They're going to have a high presence of National Guards, UN troops, and people of that magnitude protecting the federal buildings and things of that nature. As far as everything else, you on your own, man. You want to go to a Walmart, you on your own. You want to go to a Target, you on your own. You want to go to wherever else, you on your own. A theme park, whatever. All right? It ain't a federal building. They ain't gonna waste their resources. Okay? So guess what? Tread lightly, especially if you don't have a man of the Lord. You women who are at ease, rise up. Because guess what? Y'all ass gonna feel it the worst, man. All that I don't need a man. I'm independent. You can't have a one woman. We're gonna see in that day, all right? You're gonna be begging to share that man to keep your ass safe from getting whatever it is that's out there that's coming. Because you're gonna see it, whether it's on the news or whether you witnessing it firsthand. Or even secondhand from people telling you. You're going to think to yourself, well, at any time that could be me. I better put my, ego aside and share this man with 16 or 17 or however many more women he got. Keep your ass safe. Because you already been rejected from them sanctioned cities. They ain't gonna let you in. So guess what? What you gonna do? Try to stay quiet and make no eye contact? No, keep that same energy you been. You a man, you a hyena, you the female alpha, and we gonna see how far your ass get with that, okay? So we getting ready to come into some real serious times, all right? And if you ain't right, you finna get exposed, man. So get right while you got time, all right? So you seen it, all right? We told you they want that response. They got it. They got what they were looking for. Now we're going to see how they play, okay? We're going to see how they use that to move forward, how they going to put that in their agenda, all right? But don't forget, them tariffs are still there. They ain't went nowhere yet. They haven't resolved that, all right? This is just a distraction. This what happened is just a distraction to keep you occupied while them tariffs still on the back end, okay? So we're going to keep watching and we're going to report, man, all right? From Babylon the Great, America, a.k.a. the whore that ride on many waters, man, all right? So we're going to see, all right? This place ain't got too much more time. It's running out, man. It's running thin. So let's finish up and close out with 1 Peter 5 and 8. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5 and verse 8. It reads, be sober, be vigilant. See, we telling you these things so you can get yourself right before it happens, man. But you don't want to take heed. So guess what? You just gonna get swept away with the flood, man. When the enemy should come in like a flood, you ain't gonna have that protection. The Most High ain't gonna live up that standard. See, he gonna take you and everyone else with him. All right. When them troops come in, them martial law troops, and they come in and take your ass away, you ain't gonna have no one to tell you what to do or what's going on or why they doing this. They're gonna go down there. They're gonna give you opportunity to take that mark, that charagma, feed you things for idols, offer to idols. They're gonna say, "Hey, take this chip," and you ain't gonna know not to take it, and you're gonna take it. That's your ass. So, 1 Peter 5 and 8, be sober, be vigilant. Why? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And he got him one this weekend. No King's protest. All right? And he's gonna get more. As the veil is revealed, he's gonna get more and more. Because why? He knows he has for a short time, man. Okay, this truth is calling him out, man. All right, this truth is exposing him. So his plan has to be expedited. He has to bring it faster than what he wants. Okay, so we telling you to buckle up, man. Get yourselves right, because it ain't gonna be no smooth ride if you don't got Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai on your side. You see, you want to have that strong tower to go into. All right. So that's going to be it. We're going to wrap it up. With that being said, pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.